boy, this sucks.
No kidding. There's nothing to do here. Ugh, we must have the worst luck in the world.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Oh yeah? Why not?
Because the sun is shining, the birds are singing, the sky is blue. What more could you ask for?
Something to do would be nice.
We could just smell the flowers. The old folks got it made. You just sit around doing nothing. It'd be the best thing ever.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't think you got it so bad is all.
Well, we do.
What if I told you that there were many people who were a lot more unlucky than you? That things just kept happening to bad time after time.
Bad things? Like what?
Sit down. Let me tell you a story.
You got nothing else better to do.
Story? What kind of story?
A story about a fella named Malcolm Gloom. You see, Malcolm Gloom was a very unlucky man. On the surface, he's no different than you and me, an everyday average person with everyday average routines. He would groom himself, dress himself, eat breakfast, He would commute to work, but not only because of the bus stop located right in front of his apartment, but because he's also a friend of the environment. Only problem is that sometimes the environment chose not to reciprocate. He goes to the bank. He stops for morning coffee. And just like us, at one time or another, he's late for work. Probably not the best day to be late for work. You see, Mr. Gloom is scheduled to give a big marketing presentation today. He's been working on it tediously for months, and if all goes well, he'll be sure to get that big promotion he's been seeking. Yep, a computer virus. Months of work down the drain.
Come on. Bird stealing his toupee, bad milk, a computer virus. You gotta be making this all up.
I'm telling you the truth.
Well, then this guy's a dork. There's no way all those bad things could happen to someone in one day.
Not just one day, every day. Every day, Mr. Gloom would have a string of bad things happen to him.
If that were me, I wouldn't even leave the house.
I'm getting to that. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, there we are.
He's gonna kill himself?
Yep, and the only thing left to do was to figure out how. So he did a little bit of research and came to the conclusion that carbon monoxide poisoning would be a nice way to go. He'd start his car, leave the engine running, and eventually go to sleep, never to wake up. But it's usually a good idea to make sure your car has a functioning battery before attempting it. So he tried to hang himself. But that didn't work out too well either. With his first two attempts ending in terrible failure, he decided to try something a little more creative.
Tonight's top story. police chase in Chicago suburb results in the death of a 26-year-old Caucasian male whose identity is being withheld until notification of next of kin. The chase took place in a nearby...
But somebody beat him to it.
I knew something bad was gonna happen to him.
Oh, you did, eh? Well, what would you say if I told you were wrong?
I'd say you're crazy.
Yeah, she ran into them and knocked them down.
Well, it just so happens that Jane, the woman who ran into Malcolm, was his soulmate.
Oh, let me guess. They met each other, their bad luck ended, and they lived happily ever after, right?
Well, not exactly. You see, the two of them put together were a natural disaster, and bad things happened wherever they went. The difference now is that they finally had found what they were missing.
What?
Someone to share their experiences with, good or bad. And that, young ones, is why you shouldn't be so upset on a day like today. Because there's always somebody out there who has it worse than you.
What a load of crap!
Okay, let's go to a construction site, see if anything breaks or something bad happens, and then maybe we'll fall in love.
You were telling that story again, weren't you?
Just like every other time, it never sinks in.
Oh, well, what can you do? Ready to go?
Sure.
Some people just don't know how lucky they are.
Well, if you ask me, Mr. Gloom, I'd say we're the lucky ones.